There's something you need to know during this new moon in the sign of Libra, taking place on October 21st. However, the energy of this moon will be felt at least 5 days before and 4 to 5 days afterwards. But this is not why we're here. We're here because there's something you need to know about your career and love life that is taking place during this new moon, or that you need to be prepared for, because this is the time where the eclipse portal closes and the healing journey begins. So there's going to be a lot of focus on your relationships, partnerships, and contracts. However, collective, you may be overlooking something very important in your progress towards career or romantic success. This session is going to tell you exactly what that is. First, I want to give you some tips on this new moon energy so you can begin to set your intentions. Then we're going to do a little breath work, a new moon dance for balance of divine feminine and masculine energy, and a pick-a-pow reading. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and then I'll be right back with the 5 tips. Hey everybody, welcome to this new moon in the sign of Libra, Lunar Vibes forecast session. So first I want to sage the space. And as I do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this new moon's energy. So y'all know the sign of Libra, justice, fairness, partnerships, contracts, marriage, spouses, balance. Well, pair that with the energy of the new moon, which is new beginnings, new starts, new energy coming in, and you pretty much have an idea of what this new energy that's coming in is going to be about, and where you should be focusing your intentions that you want to set. Okay, so you pretty much want to think about your relationships with others, your partnerships with others, contract agreements you may have with others may come into play at this time now as well. So, what I want to do now is I'm going to give you 5 tips that will help this collective here, as well as a collective reading um, that'll pretty much give you an idea of the vibes that are coming in for us. Just the collective vibes, the collective energy. And then we're going to do some breath work, okay, to just ground our energy and begin to get into that vibration of balance by getting ourselves in balance, okay? By the way, if you're new here, I'm Amina. I am the creator of Soul Transforming Energy and Movement, also known as S.T.E.A.M. This is my channel, my sacred space on the internet, and I am a certified master spiritual life coach, an intuitive guide, a professional performing and teaching West African dancer, and the light worker. So I'm here to help other light workers on their journey to manifest what they need, release what they no longer need, and get into full alignment with what they're here to do. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, let's look at these 5 tips that will help the collective be able to effectively maneuver the energy of this moon. So the first one is to focus on relationships. Focus on harmony, fairness, that type of thing. What you want to do at this time is bring balance where there may be imbalance. So if there are relationships where it feels like it's one-sided, you're giving, and the energy is never reciprocated, those are the relationships that are either needing you to refresh the energy there or needing you to completely let it go. It's also time to see where there is fairness in partnership agreements. That could be work relationships as well. And you want to take a look at those areas as well to see where something may need to be renewed or something may need to be finished so that something new can come in that's going to be more beneficial to you. Number 2, healing. Focusing on healing right now. Restoring your feelings that may have been bruised or scarred or wounded during this prior cycle. It's very important at this time. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on major doors that are opening now, that are all opening because you did specific healing work that was necessary for these things to be available at this time. But if you don't complete this work, if you feel like I'm good enough, there's nothing more I need to heal, even though you're getting triggered left and right, you're going to see that certain chances to restore connections that might have gone left, but have an opportunity to be restored because now there's a new energy around them. You may lose that opportunity because you're not doing the healing work. It's a chance just to heal old wounds, okay? And that is what you need to do in order to get your energy into balance. Number 3, this is a time for new beginnings in how you relate to other people. How are you showing up and how are you allowing yourself to be treated? Those are going to be very important topics for you to really set your intention behind. How do you want to show up and how do you expect others to show up for you and treat you? And in doing that assessment, you'll be able to balance out your energy. You'll find that your energy won't be so scattered. You won't be giving so much energy somewhere and then feeling depleted. You'll start to feel more balanced in your day-to-day activities and interactions with other people. Okay? Number 4, it's a time to look at relationship patterns. And I know we hate doing that, but it is a time to look at them, to see where you might be doing the same thing over and over and over again in your relationships and wondering why you're getting the same results. Okay? So it's not really a time for you to look at others and point the finger. It's a time for you to turn around and look at you. Where am I playing a part in the relationships I'm attracting? Where am I playing a part in the relationships having the same energy consistently over and over again? What am I doing or what can I do? Rather than what am I not doing, what can I do that can change the type of relationships that I am having? All right. And number 5, it's a good time to start to begin some new self-care practices. And I don't mean like, a self-care day. I mean like a practice, something you will do for yourself once a week, once a month, every day maybe, that contributes to your self-care, to your self-love and nurturing, and helps you to feel energized throughout your day, to know that you're loved and supported, not just by your spirit team, not just by the physical people around you, but by your higher self, by you. Okay? Number 1, numero uno. Find practices that help you to create peace and harmony within your life, so that peace and harmony become a part of your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? All right. So with that said, we're going to take some grounding breaths, and then we're going to look at this collective energy for this new moon in Libra. Okay? I can stay there. So I'm wearing my shells for earth grounding, but also for an energy of like water, a cleansing. This always makes me feel like a trickling down, but it also grounds me at the same time. And I use the bells. So connection to the ethereal realms. The drum, of course, connection to the earth, the ancestors, and I use the sound healing bowl as a connection to the crown chakra, activating it and source energy. Close your eyes. Sit comfortably as long as you're in contact with the earth in some way by the bottom of your feet or the base of your spine. And you can sit with your palms open, facing up on your lap, open to receive. Let's take a deep breath in through our mouths. And out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now breathe naturally, finding your own rhythm in sync with the heartbeat of the universe. Every time you inhale, take in light and love from Mama Earth up through the bottoms of your feet or the base of your spine, all the way up to the top of your head. And every time you exhale, feel yourself relaxing and releasing from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Breathe. With those experiences and the people connected to them, and opening up to new energy coming in every breath we take. Breathe. breath in, you're sending light there, and every breath out, you are releasing and letting go of anything that could disrupt your connection to source energy. Every breath, you're clearing energy from that third eye chakra so that you can receive messages. Every breath is clearing that throat chakra space so that you can communicate your truth clearly and freely. Your heart chakra space also clearing so that you can communicate with compassion and feel from a place of unconditional love. That solar plexus is opening up. That solar plexus, every breath is sending clearing energy to your solar plexus so that you can be more confident, so that you can have the willpower and the determination to successfully go after the things that call to you and have no fear. Your sacral chakra is also activating. Every breath is opening up your sacral chakra, opening up that space of your authenticity, that space of magic, that space of your self-expression. It is open, it is activated. Stand in your light as we move into your root chakra, the energy that grounds, the energy that makes you feel supported, your space of protection, your space of abundance. And we also breathe energy into our Earth Star chakra, and Soul Star chakra, beneath our feet and above our heads. Breathe. And open up to receive any messages that want to come in. Release any relationships that don't bring you peace. Every exhale, clear out your energy. Let go. Let go. I am magic in the flesh. What I want, I manifest. Breathe into that phrase as you balance and ground your masculine and feminine energy. Giving it permission to renew itself, to rebirth itself, revive itself, rebrand itself, recharge, renew. Letting go of old stale beliefs, old stale relationships, old stale experiences, old stale self-identities, opening up to new energy, new beginnings. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. Feeling more grounded, more balanced, lighter, no longer heavy because you let go of so much. Exhale. Breathe in. Filling up with light and love. Breathe out. Glowing up brighter. Feeling your energy go up notches. Breathe in. And breathe out. Letting go of any worries, any stresses, watching them all go out of you with that exhale, all your grief, all your sadness, all your anger, all your resentments. Watch them float away. Repeat, I am magic in the flesh. And what I want, I manifest. I'm magic. It's in me. What I believe, I achieve magically. Slowly return to the space that you're in. Stretching your legs, stretching out your arms. Slowly open your eyes, stretching out your arms and giving yourself some love. You deserve it. You are here doing the work. You are always here every time, every session, doing the work, and you deserve to give yourself some love. And y'all know what's interesting? As we were closing out that breath work, and I was talking about getting rid of stale ideas, old beliefs, old this, old that, the garbage truck came around, and it sounds like it's out there getting rid of old things. So I thought that that was really in sync and interesting that as we were releasing, garbage is getting dumped literally. Okay, so let's get into this collective read. It's pretty quick because we do have a pick a card and we still have some dancing to do. But I just want to get a general idea of how we can expect the energy of this new moon in Libra to affect us and what advice as a collective that we can, have right now. So, I'm going to start with Moonology messages. Gracias. What do we need to know? What could we be possibly overlooking that this new moon is going to be wanting us to have looked at so that we can have this new beginning. Communicate. We're overlooking where we need to communicate. We're overlooking where we need to cleanse and slow it down. So we have talked to the moon, communicate. We may be forgetting or overlooking someone we need to communicate with, or it could just be communicating our desires and being clear on our intentions with our guides. We also have cleansing coming through, moonrise. And this, to me, just means we need to be looking at where we need to be releasing and cleansing so that new energy to come in. That could mean going through literally a spiritual cleansing, or just needing to cleanse out your body or what you're eating or just certain areas of your life. And then we have moonstone, slow it down. So for many of you, it does have to do with lifestyle changing. Maybe you're working too much. Maybe you're trying to make things move too quickly and you need to take one thing at a time. Then others of you, you may just need to slow down your lifestyle. Maybe you're drinking, smoking, sexing too much, and it's time to slow it down and cleanse out your system and get clear on what it is you really want so that it can come in. All right, bottom of the deck, it's embrace uncertainty with moonlit. So, and moon memories with the past. So there's some things that are still uncertain. There are things from your past that may be coming back around for a renewal, a revival, I don't know. But with that being under embrace uncertainty and watch for signs, it's letting me know that there are some things from your past that are not finished. Either they're getting a reboot so that they can be a part of this new beginning we're stepping into, or they're getting a review so that you can see, okay, this needs to be released once and for all. Once and for all, okay? What else do we have that the collective needs to know that we could be overlooking? Okay, like how I'm cleaning up as I go. Wow, that was quick. So it says work through your feelings. Last quarter, moon in Aries. Reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter, moon in Scorpio. This gives me the energy with last quarter. It makes me feel like things that need to be cleaned up before, a shift is going to occur. It's like the last chance. Embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Gemini was at the bottom. Release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. So I do feel like there are some feelings that may be suppressed that it's time for you to work through. There may be some things that you've been feeling that it's like a little residue still there that you need to work through those feelings. If there's things you need to communicate, someone you need to talk to get those feelings out, this is the time to do it. It'll bring balance into your life and reveal what needs to be seen. Which lets me know there may be some aspects of yourself that you've been dimming, that you haven't been showing, that now need to come out. And there are certain aspects of your life that don't necessarily need to be out there for everybody to be in your business. So at this time, they want you to be aware of what you show and what you don't show. But I do feel like you're being pushed to allow certain aspects of yourself that you've been hiding to be seen. Okay? And we have full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. You're being told to just go with the flow. Now here I'm seeing with the Geminis and the twins facing each other in the same position. It feels like there's something that is meant for you that's coming to you that maybe you're trying to control or you're trying to force or you're trying to, maybe you're here getting readings, trying to figure out how you can maneuver this situation. Whatever it is, it's mirroring you. It's twinning you. So what you're going through, they're going through. What you're feeling, they're feeling. If it's a career opportunity, it's moving towards you as much as you're flowing towards it. But you have to just embrace the way things are coming in. You can't fight and struggle with how God drives. You just have to trust that you're going to get to your destination A-okay. All right? Release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. Whatever they may be. Okay? And we all have various blocks. Some people's blocks can be their mindset, the things that, and 99% of the time, that's what it is for us collective. It's your mindset. the things in your mind that are telling you you can't do it. But for some people, it can also be people you keep in your energy that are blocks. It could also be things you're putting in your body that are blocking you, maybe keeping you from having the highest amount of energy that you actually could have if you weren't doing those things. All right? But I'm hearing a lot of it is mindset. Shift that mindset. A lot of your mindset is what blocks you. And I guess this one to show, and I was waiting for this to show up. When I saw cleanse in the other deck, full moon in Taurus, detoxify. It is very important at this time to clean out our systems, you guys. This new moon, you want to start fresh. You want to improve your health. Then it's time to detox. This is a good time to change your diet, drink more water or fresh juices, eating more fresh produce, cutting down on fatty foods and that bad fatty foods, and just paying more attention to your health and how you take care of your body. And I'm also hearing with detoxify, that includes the company you keep. Start to detoxify your circle of people, which I was about to call energies, because that's what it is, circle of energies that you keep around you. Because that's going to also be what can alter the new energy that wants to come in. All right, let's see. What else does the collective need to know that we may be overlooking, especially when it comes to career and love? What do we need to know that we could be overlooking? Okay, so enough. So we have nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. So I'm getting that there's a situation that needs to be put to bed. It could be something that's stressing you out. And what I'm getting is that void of course moon, it's like whatever this is, it's steering you off course. It's distracting you. And it just feels like it's leading you to nowhere. So they're saying there's a certain situation that you need to let rest right now. And whatever the situation is that is stressing you out the most, they're like, nothing is going to come of it by stressing over it. And at this time, you need to just pull your energy back, okay? It's a time to give rather than take. So you should be focusing your energy at this time on, I feel like giving to yourself rather than allowing people to take of your energy, but also giving in areas where it makes sense to your career. Maybe doing free services at this time would be wise to get your name out there in areas and places where it might not have been known. And also in relationships. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly the one on the receiving end, it's a time for you to be the giver right now. And full moon eclipse, it just makes me feel like it's piggybacking off of nothing will come of this situation because conclusions are within reach. So lets me know that right now you might not be able to see the far, through the forest. You can't see the other side of how things are going to come out of a certain situation that's bothering you. But if you focus on taking care of yourself, giving to you, nurturing you, I feel like you're going to see conclusions come in. But I'm also seeing be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. And at the bottom, look at the big picture. Full moon in Sag. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. And lastly, have faith in your dreams. So I do feel like if there's something that you really, really want, it may require you to make a move towards it. But I'm also hearing that at this time, someone else or some other opportunity may make a move towards you. That is the conclusion that's coming in, is that maybe someone else is going to be bold to make a move towards you, or you should do it towards them. What you don't realize is whatever this is, it is something that's going to bring in prosperity. So it could be a relationship or a career or both tied in together and are going to bring in prosperity. It's something that needs you to pull your energy back to see the bigger picture, to realize that there's something happening here that's bigger than you, bigger than this opportunity or this person. There's something bigger at work here, and it's something that's meant to shift your prosperity. I feel like maybe bring some recognition to the dreams that you're having, your visions, I mean, for your life, because the energy is gaining momentum and nothing is set in stone. So anything that seems like it's going one way and you want to give up on it, they're saying no, collective. Nothing is set in stone right now. Energy is working. Everything is flowing right now according to energy. So if something you want seems to feel like it's elusive to you, all you have to do is think of it as being yours or coming to you or being available to you, and you'll see a shift. You'll start to feel it coming your way. And lastly, let's get some advice from the Moon Goddess Oracle. Let's see, some three things, three energies that I feel like we could step into. Well, wow. Okay, we got two that are going to be coming in at this time. Wow, I already see strength and prosperity. So that's prosperity coming in again, and they gave us two more. We also have connection and retreat. All right, what's at the bottom here? Looking within. So there's a lot of taking care of self at this time that's going to be very important under this new moon energy. There needs to be a balance between work and play, serious and fun. You have to make sure you're finding time to be alone as well as time to socialize, okay, to get out there. So you're being gifted strength and courage. I feel like there's some kind of clearing or cleansing you're getting. Um, you're not even gonna realize it. It almost feels like it's gonna happen the next time you take a bath, and it's just gonna feel so special and calming and soothing. It's because your guides are gonna be there, kind of recharging your armor, like rebooting your armor, so that you could get out there and do things you need to do. I do feel like there may be something that has disappointed you recently, that you're getting a reboot in your strength and courage to continue forward. There is prosperity coming in and on this path, and I think this is why Lakshmi is coming through to assist you with self-care, loving on yourself, because there's something about your special talents and gifts as well as your appearance at this time, collective, that is going to be a magnet for opportunities for prosperity. Okay, so hone those creative talents and gifts, the ones that you probably thought wasn't going to do much. All right, bring them back to the surface. I also see um, connection being deepened, a connection to source, to your guides, to your ancestors at this time. And you have dark moon energy. Try connecting also to the energy of Lilith, or Lily as we call her on this channel, and retreat. You're going to find that this new moon is going to give you a lot of time to retreat, to pull your energy back to yourself, and use that time to connect to your guides, to do spiritual work, to cleanse your energy, to sage your home, to, do things like that. Alrighty. And at the bottom of the deck, we have look within, and right under look within is renewal and power, which lets me know that this new moon is a time for you to go within, to nurture and care for self. All right. To see what no longer belongs in your energy, what's throwing off your balance. That's the whole theme. Okay, guys? The theme is what is knocking me out of balance, and what do I need in order to feel grounded and steady. And that's what you want to do. At the bottom of the deck is letting me know that by looking within, you will get those answers. The renewal that you seek is going to increase this feeling of power, of empowerment, of feeling really good about yourself, and knowing that what you want to manifest is possible. And that's what I have for you guys from the collective read. I will be right back with your new moon dance to activate the divine masculine and feminine for balance and grounding, as well as your pick a pile reading. And I can't get this box closed. There we go. All right. Everybody, welcome to the movement portion of this session. Of course, it wouldn't be STEAM without the movement. Um, this movement is just simply a STEAM routine. One of the first first ones I created that was meant literally to ground our energy, to clear our energy, to take in energy and love from the earth, and to send it out, as well as to show gratitude to our guides along the way for bringing us to where we are here today, able to do these healing movements and have the knowledge of how to use them effectively. Now, before I get started, I also want to tell you guys about something called Write It Out. It is a program that was started by one of my former students slash clients, Lay Knight. She is certified in the S.T.E.A.M technique, and she uses those techniques through writing to assist you all to get into intuitive states where you write from your higher self, and it assists you in releasing emotions that you may or may not have been able to get out otherwise. I think this is an amazing platform. I entered her competition for one of her late night original designs, and I won. And this is the shirt that she made. It literally says S.T.E.A.M, Soul Transforming Energy and Movement on it. This video, I'm sure, is not giving it justice. It is so beautiful and bright. Ooh, my stomach growling. Why, y'all? Why? Why do I always get hungry when it's time for me to work with y'all? Okay, so we're going to do this breath work, and every movement has meaning. But I also forgot in the general reading to let you choose a number for an affirmation from my Moon Magic deck here. So think of a number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'm going to give you an affirmation to say during this energy of this new moon that is going to activate exactly what you affirm. Okay? And I mean, say this affirmation when you wake up, say it when you're going to sleep, say it while you're on your way to work, say it while you're doing whatever daily activities, okay? Just make it like your mantra, all right? People be talking to you, turn around and say it. All right, so if you're drawn to number 1, this is your Moon Magic card. Beautiful. And it says Amina should have on her reading glasses if she wants to be able to see the card. Okay, let's try that again. It says, my words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. My words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. All right, my ones. If you're drawn to number 2, this is your Moon Magic card. And it says, I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. I like this one. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Right, if you're drawn to number 3, this is your Moon Magic card. And it says, I know my shadow side, and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. I know my shadow side, and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. And lastly, if you were drawn to the number 4, this is your Moon Magic card. Beautiful. And it says, I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. I accept and create more flow and pleasure in my life. I love it. And one for the collective. It says, beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. And I encourage you guys to do that. Get out there and seek opportunities to experience beauty in your life through love, through nature, and through what we're about to do now, some movement. So before we jump into this very quickly, I'm going to go over the movements with you so that you can follow me with a little bit more confidence. So the first movement you're doing is our traditional opening to the S.T.E.A.M routine. You're taking energy up from the earth, up through your center, breathing in, and you're releasing, bringing anything down from the top all the way down back into the earth. Anything that no longer serves a purpose in your body is what you're exhaling. All right, we're doing that movement at least 2 times before you're going to take some love from the earth. Now, if you're unable to bend down, you can simply do the arm movements. But it is suggested you bend a little and visualize yourself scooping up earth in any form. It could be water, it could be sand, it could be soil, okay? You're going to do the same thing to the other side. And what I left out is you're taking this up to the top of your head and you're using it to cleanse your aura. So that's what you're visualizing at that time, is you using an aspect of earth to cleanse your energy. And then we repeat. The next movement after the repetition, we're doing step. This mat is sticky. I'm sorry, my feet keep making sounds. And along with my stomach. Step, 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 touch. Okay? So you're going to be doing step, push. And this is a sending away of that which you no longer want in your vibration. Notice I'm doing everything to both sides and back and front. It's to cover both, all around your body. Okay, all of the angles. 1, push, 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 push. Okay? The next move. Your feet are going to be doing this at least for 2 of the moves. Step together, step together, step together, step together. You're going from the heart center and you are clearing out any obstacles that may be in your way. And then you are opening up to receive the blessings that want to come in now that the path is clear. So you're clearing them and opening to receive. And what the objective is on this step is to really, really, every step really, is to visualize, okay? So I want you to really see yourself moving obstacles that could be in the way of your progress, and then blessings. How do you visualize your blessings? Do you see them as coins falling on you, gold, glitter, bright light? Whatever that is, that's what you visualize when you open to receive, okay? From that movement, you're now going to pay homage to your life source here, which is the planet Earth. So the same feet, but you're going now from the heart center to the earth. And it is a balance because though you're giving, you're also taking back in just as you are giving. Okay? From that step, you're going to do a movement that requires you to step behind yourself. Back. The entire S.T.E.A.M routine can be done while seated. So if you are unable to get up, all you have to do is follow the arm movements. Heart center, earth. Heart, earth. Heart, earth. Heart, earth. Heart, earth. Okay? And this is just us pouring into Mama Earth, pouring back in that love that we get unconditionally every day. No question. We don't have to go looking outside for Earth. We don't have to go looking outside for the sun. We don't have to go looking around for stars and moon and trees and grass and soil and oceans. They're all here for us every day. And so it is our way of giving thanks through movement that shifts energy. So that's why it is very important for you to keep in mind the purpose behind your movements, because they are seriously meant to have meaning. Okay, we are really, literally connecting energetically to the planet and sending love and light to it. And the final movement, your feet are walking. I call this the walk with me because it is a reminder that you're never walking alone. So first, we are in the position of giving and receiving. Simultaneously, you're giving and you're receiving back at the same time. Okay? From here, you're doing the same feet, but now you're taking love in. Remember all that love you poured out? Well, now you're taking it back into your heart center from the earth. The next movement is show gratitude and love to your ancestors who are always by your side. So you're acknowledging that. You also are going to give thanks to your spirit guide team for walking by your side. That is the same feet, but you're going from your heart center up to the corners. And then, of course, you're going to give love to the Most High for guiding you here as well, covering you and keeping you safe. And from there, you repeat back to the beginning. We do the 2 breaths, except this time those breaths become 4. And on the last 2, you're going to take it all the way up and open, and take it all the way up and open on these breaths. Remember, those are exhales, okay? These are inhales and exhales. And I want you to remember to breathe throughout the entire piece. Do not forget to breathe, okay? In through your mouth and out through your mouth. And we're going to get started. Hello and welcome to the pick a card portion of this Lunar Vibes forecast. And we have 3 pals to choose from. I know it looks like it's a lot going on here. There are 3 pals. Each pal has a rune and a fortune teller. Do y'all remember these? If you do, you're around my age. Okay. But you're going to choose, you can choose by the color if you want, but you're going to choose by the top card. And pal 1 is represented by the card that says influence. Pal 2 by the card that says following. And pal 3 by the card that says the taming power of the great. Wow. The taming power of the great. Okay. You can choose by rune if you like, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to roll them again. So it's not necessarily going to be the same rune, but pal 1 has the rune Ewas for movement or horse. Pal 2 has the rune Algis for protection, magical protection, talisman. And pal 3 has the rune Raido for rhythm, riding, dance, being in sync, omen of swift movement, okay? So you could take a deep breath in. Let's take one big deep breath because we're moving from segment to segment and you need to shift your energy. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. All right, guys, you can pause the video if you feel like you still need some more time, but I will be right back with pal number 1. Hey, pal 1, welcome to your session. I have taken out all the stops to make sure we definitely don't miss out or overlook whatever it is we need to see at this time for our careers or for our love relationships. So my pal 1s, we're going to start first with your fortune. And that's why I have this number dice here to see which number is going to be selected for you. You have number 1. Wow. So we just opened 1. So the inside, you have a choice between source, the ancestors, your spirit guides, or angels. We're going to roll again to see. Oh, my back is itching. To see which one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. We have 12. Well, it has a 1 and a 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Let's go with 3. 1, 2, 3. That means you have spirit guide. And it says your path is unfolding, my pal 1s. So I feel like this pal here, you may be getting, you may be finding out something you need to know in regards to your spiritual growth, something that's very important to the unfolding of your life path. Let's put that to the side. You also have the rune for movement, Awaz. This has a lot to do with changing careers, changing house, journeying, travel, local travel, but it has a lot to do with quick movement. So there's something that's unfolding in your life right now that's going to be happening very fast that could cause you to have to move or to travel somewhere, or it could occur on a trip. So pay attention during those times. Movement is coming in very quickly for you at this time. You also have Manaz, which is the rune of humanity. It's all about using your gifts and your talents and your abilities to your fullest potential, to inspire others, to awaken planetary consciousness and love. Yeah. Ooh, that jumped out. I'm going to take it because that was supposed to happen, but I guess you needed a part 2 to that awakening of your gifts. Because you have Lagos coming through, which is water. So you got the one for humanity and then the unconscious, which is water. The conscious and the unconscious at this time are very important. And that speaks more about travel, but overseas. Journeys that allow you to reflect, to have moments of self-discovery and to explore your emotions. So I do feel like there's some kind of opportunity for you to travel. Very important that you travel at this time, or you accept a chance to move, or maybe you're going to travel and decide to move there. But it does seem like it has a lot to do with what you want really inside, connecting to that unconscious desire of what it is you truly want. And that's what's going to come in and manifest in the conscious, in the real, in the 3D. I do feel that some of you here may also have work to do with the environment or with humanity. So you might want to pay attention to any signs around that. And you were also drawn to influence, courtship, mutual attraction, genuine affection, natural magnetism, stimulation, and connecting. And I feel like there's someone or something you're meant to connect with that you're going to have a great influence over, or together you're going to have huge influence through your connection. Um, so let's see what else you're overlooking, because this is also a part of my final assessment for you. Okay, let's move this over here. And this can wait as well. So what are you overlooking that's important to know or look into at this time for your success, either in love or in your career? My power ones, you have the 8 of Cups. They come through reversed. You have the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Coins reversed, and the 6 of Coins reversed. All right, what you're overlooking that's important to look into at this time is where you exert your energy and feel like it's not reciprocated, but yet you stay. It's like there's something building up with you where you might end up having an outburst at some point. It does feel like it could have something to do with your work. Maybe you're at a job that you thought was going to be your match because it's in your line of interest, but it's really not that. There may be somebody there that they're slick at the tongue. They come off mad brutal at the mouth. They say things out of nowhere. And maybe it's time for you to do that, to come forward with your truth. With the 8 of Coins reverse, it's like this work you've done, you feel like it wasn't enough. Maybe you have someone who cuts you down, makes you feel like the work you do as a parent, as an employee, whatever, even in a relationship, that is just not good enough. And you pour a lot in to whatever this is. You've given a lot and you don't get enough back. Okay, but however, you're reluctant to leave. So what is important to look at right now is something you need to walk away from that does not see your value. Okay, does not value you. It could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a location that lowers your value. Okay, you can do no more here. You're not growing here. All right. Let's see, what steps should you consider taking next? We have the Hierophant, the 4 of Cups, Death card, and the 7 of Cups. So my dear power ones, it's like, I know you want to do something traditionally. Maybe you went to school for something, you feel like you got this key, you need to be using it, this degree or whatever. Or maybe there's a spiritual connection to what it is you feel called to do. There's something in you that has to know you have the key to getting out of this situation. You just have to walk away. You have to follow where you feel spiritually called, and not so much in what feels like the traditional way things should go. This is in a relationship, this is in your career, or where you're living. With the 4 of Cups, there is a boredom. There is a feeling of same old same, but not being fulfilled. And with the Death card here, it's time for a huge change. Huge transformation is wanting to come in. So your next step should be to open up to this transformation. to let go of whatever is feeling like it's just not filling you up anymore emotionally. It's just boring, just the same crap all the time. You giving of your energy and not feeling appreciated. With this Seven of Cups, you have a lot of options that are going to be opening up before you, and the advice is to create options for places to move, other relationships, maybe go on dates, and other jobs by applying other places. But the objective is you have to show that you have let go of this. By showing you let go, it means there has to be some kind of honest communication. And when that's done, you'll see things start to change and shift. Okay. What else? What is your best career or relationship at this time? What would that involve? Okay. I didn't even understand the question and I wrote it. Lovers and partnerships. Open your heart to love and live in the moment with passion and exuberance. Indulge in the harmony of a great partnership. Be happy. So, what's your best career or relationship at this time to involve? Well, it does feel like right now, when it comes to relationships, you need to open your heart and live in the moment. And now I feel like that could be the same for your career. Open your heart, live in the moment, indulge in what brings you peace, find jobs and partnerships that make you happy. Right now, your primary focus should be on your happiness, and anything that's not creating happiness in your life is what needs to go. You also have abundance. You are nurtured, protected, and guided by one of the most powerful deities in Taoism. The time has come to harvest all that you have sown. Continue to follow the path that is yours alone, and you are assured of abundant success. I should have chose this path. I looked at it, but I didn't feel called, so shut up, Amina. All right, so at this time, if you're not feeling abundant in your career or your relationship, if you're not feeling happy, you know you're in the wrong place, because that's what it should involve. I'm also feeling like you should also be in a position where, or a relationship where you feel adored and looked up to and respected. Um, it doesn't mean like your butt has to be kissed, but it just feels like it's time for you now to be in a position where you're being adored, and your word is respected, your intelligence and your wisdom is respected. And you have relationship harmony. There's big with you and your dealings with people. You have the doubles here, you have love and partnership here, and now you have relationship harmony. There's just a lot with your relationships that's going to be very important for you not to overlook at this time. How you communicate, how you influence partnerships and relationships that you're in. And this is the energy of water. And it says a loyal and harmonious relationship or partnership is being manifested. The bond between friends, lovers, and partners will grow and blossom. Nurture the relationships with no judgment and no expectations. So there's some kind of new love relationship that's coming in. It could be for some of you a new boss, a career change. It could be new clients. But I'm really getting, for a lot of you, it's a relationship that can exist through your work. Maybe it's a partnership with someone that you're going to also be in a love partnership with, that's going to bring in a lot of abundance and happiness for you. And what could be a distraction off this path at this time? Ponder what you want. Don't view rejection or uncertainty as all negative. Timing may be out of alignment with your intention. Use this time to gain a better understanding of the situation and contemplate what you truly want. This may be a chance for an optimal turn of events. So not taking a minute to ponder exactly what you want and getting clear on it so that you could be in full alignment with what you want to come in would be a distraction, could throw you off right now if you start to just run blindly towards things, force situations to happen. Yeah, because you feel rejected or whatever the case may be, or uncertain. We have water. You got water coming through twice. So that is an element you might want to get around more, or do a cleansing, or just a drink more. But it says something difficult, perhaps even perilous, is ahead of you. Circumvent this obstacle if possible. If not, confront it with confidence and determination. Regardless of the outcome, you will grow from the experience. Be cautious of the energy from the north. So I feel like there's something you have to do that feels perilous. It could be walking away from a job that you feel like would bring such a life change, like you don't know how you would survive. It could be walking away from a relationship or confronting a relationship. Whatever the case may be, they're just saying whatever the experience is, you will grow. Don't let it be, sorry, don't let it be something that shuts you down so that you don't speak up, and puts you in a state of fear or a lack of confidence. And prosperity, this is crazy. How do you have that twice? And this is two different decks by the same person. You got the prosperity card in both decks. The same deity coming through for you. Wang Mu. You might want to look up Wang Mu, um, because obviously this energy is walking with you. This energy is walking with you strong. So, what is a distraction off your path at this time is prosperity. Maybe focusing too much on trying to make money and not just letting abundance flow to you. And it says, you are aligned with the power of the heavens, the strength of the earth, and the harmony of the people. Everything you've dreamed is taking shape now. Receive the generosity and abundance. Be self-effacing and gracious. So stay in an energy of gratitude. Don't let yourself fall into a vibration of greed. Prosperity is coming in for you at this time, but it can also be a distraction, as it can throw you off of focusing on what's truly important, which is building solid and resourceful relationships and getting rid of toxic ones. All right, as well as growing your relationship with your spirit team and source. And lastly, what is your career or relationship archetype right now? We have influence and we have duration. I feel like when it comes to your career archetype, you have the energy of influence. Courtship, mutual attraction, genuine affection, natural magnetism, stimulation, and connecting. You do have a gift and an ability to connect to people. You are a people person. You're meant to work in service with people. If anywhere along your journey you are made to doubt that, don't believe it. You trigger people who struggle to connect with people on the same level, who struggle to attract in genuine affection and feel like they are not sure of the people around them as being genuine or not. Now, when it comes to your love relationships, your energy is that of duration. You are a constant. You're that person that will stay and endure a lot, even beyond what you should endure. Your experiences in your relationships were meant to make you stronger, and also to be able to accept deep commitment. And I feel like at this time, that's where you are. You're in an energy where you are ready to go through all the seasons with someone. Let somebody see all your different sides and you see all of theirs. You're here for the duration. So don't accept anybody that wants a relationship that is not about commitment, because that's where you are at this time. And this is what you needed to know right now, in order to stay in alignment with what is coming in for you. And I hope this resonated with you, Power Ones. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please remember to subscribe. If you love this entire session, read the description. It'll tell you about all the other ways you can vibe with me. Leave a comment so we can continue to vibe energetically. And you can find out also in the description how to book a personal reading with me and join my workshop, Heart Work. I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey, peace, blessings, and all the good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. And I'll be back with Pal 2. But until next time, my Pal 1s, I love you guys. Bye. 2, welcome to your session, your pick a pal portion of this session today. You were drawn to the card that says following. And I look at this last, but it does play a big part in your session. Okay. I'm going to start with the fortune like I did with the pal before. I actually didn't tell that pal. They chose the blue fortune. That was for the throat chakra, which made sense because they had something to do with speaking up. All right, let's see which one you got. You have the fortune for the root chakras. So this pal here, connecting to your root, getting grounded there, doing root chakra hand mudras and breath work will be very helpful for you, as well as wearing the color red. You have the number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you opened it right to 6. So let's see what your fortune is. In pile 2s, it says, you're something special. Wow. Interesting, pile 2. You are something special. You also have initially the rune of protection, algaes. And that does give you sort of a special energy because it lets me know that you are being magically protected at this time. And that the things that may be coming your way, you have gone through so much. You're well prepared to get through any of the storms that may come your way at this time. There are like unseen powers watching over you. This is a very powerful power. In fact, when I look at the following, it makes me think of your guides that are just walking with you, following you through life, through lifetimes. I just heard talisman, amulets, crystals, crosses, ankhs, things sacred. Talisman will be very sacred for you. They're saying, like, don't be naive, like thinking nothing could touch me, I'm so protected. But don't worry either, because really you're at a place in your life where adversaries, they get karma immediately. I just feel like you're really, really being protected. There must be something very important you have to do at this time. All right. So you also have exactly what I said. Something very important has happened at this time. You have the rune of transition. Elwaz, sorry. And I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Awaz? Ewaz? Awaz or Ewaz? Or Uaz? It's something like that. I might be saying it wrong. But it's a rune of transition. It comes through when there's a major transition at hand. This is like getting the death and rebirth card. You're regenerating. You're like a phoenix at this time. You must have been through some horrible, horrible emotional ego deaths, mental confusion, because it feels like you're in the womb about to be reborn. Like you're at the threshold, the gateway. There's something about your resilience that your guides are also really, really excited about. They say that you've gone through a lot, but with or without their protection, you have been very resilient. You have maintained your faith. You have maintained your connection to source. And there's a huge, huge rebirth happening for you at this time. So it does feel like there may be areas of your life that you thought were dead that may be coming to the surface to be renewed. So let's see what we got for you. What are you overlooking that's important to know or look at this time in your love life or career? So you have the Two of Wands. What is important for pile 2 to look at right now that they could be overlooking? You have the Chariot reversed, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is very interesting. What you're overlooking is something that needs to heal. But with the Two of Wands here, it's like, I don't know if you have to travel towards something, or something wants to come towards you, but it's being slowed down because healing is necessary. And that's what I'm getting. It's almost like you want to go towards something, something wants to come towards you, but because there's a healing necessary, it's kind of been slowed down in order for karma to work itself out. Now, this does feel like a connection that could have past lifetime energy, karmic energy over it, which means there is a lesson or some kind of work in order for the blessing to come through that has to be done first. I do feel like this is like a situation that has come to its head now. Maybe it's something. Why does this fox here gives me the energy like lost and finally finding its way? Like, oh, here I am. Here's the threshold I'm supposed to cross through. But it's like still, it's like you finally found your way, you found your direction. Maybe this is an energy of something that was apart that's coming back together. Maybe you moved away from somewhere and now you're being called to move back, or it's a relationship that now is coming back in. Whatever the case may be, there is some healing that needs to be done in regards to either the relationship or this environment you want to return to. It's time now because you're at the top of the Wheel of Fortune, but there is still some healing now from doing the work. And it just feels like it's being forced at this time. This Four of Swords is like you don't have a choice. This Chariot is not going to move forward until this work is done. So, and it's something you're overlooking, or you're trying to bypass or skip to get to your Wheel of Fortune, or just to cross through this threshold, and they're like, no, you have to fix this first, or you have to heal or get through this first. So what steps should you consider taking next? You have the Nine of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment coming in. So it does feel like maybe you were rushing towards something that felt fulfilling. We have Nine of Swords, something that also stresses you out, which is why it is slowed down. Three of Swords. Yeah, that's what you're healing from. This heartache. There was some kind of heartache and disappointment. Something that caused a lot of stress. And the Five of Cups. All right. So the steps you should consider taking next. Well, it does feel like whatever this is that wants to come towards you or that you want to go towards, it is a part of what you wish for. This is your wish fulfillment. This is what you really want or what they really want. Or maybe it's the environment you want to live in of your dreams. And maybe, little do you know, this community is missing your energy. With the Nine of Swords under the Chariot, this has been slowed down because it's been stressing you out. It's distracting you from work you need to do as in regards to your healing. And it may also be distracting someone else as well. But there is a healing that needs to take place because there's been some heartache. Somebody's hurt. Somebody is stressed and worried about this connection or this move. And there needs to be some inner work done at this time. With the Five of Cups here, there was some kind of disappointment in something that was thought it was going to go a different way. With the Wheel of Fortune looking like, yay, I thought I was going to win, only to find you didn't. So the next steps would be to face this disappointment, to acknowledge whatever it is, and to work through that pain. Because though going forward may be going towards your wish fulfillment, you're carrying a lot of pain, and so is this environment or this person. And until that is faced and worked through, you're not going to get that Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be reversed. So, yes, they're acknowledging this could be your wish fulfillment, this place or this person, but there are fears around it and pain and hurt that are going to mess this up. So the next steps you need to do is to work through this fear, pain, and disappointment. And that's the only way you'll be able to see, even if this is actually your wish fulfillment, It'll help you to see things more clearly. So let's see what your best relationship or career at this time would involve. Intuition. So some of you, your career, your relationship at this time should involve you using that intuition. You should be with someone who you feel intuitively connected to. Maybe you do to this person, or an environment or career that you use your inner knowing on, and it's trusted. It says, trust your instincts. You have a clear vision of things to come and you're being guided. Continue to use that sense of future to direct your current path. Unfold your spiritual acumen and be open to needed changes. You are in the right direction. Okay. Oopsie. And we have walk away. Let go of burdens and worries, surrender your ego, and walk away. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Follow your inner quest and luxuriate in well-deserved peace of mind. So your best relationship and career at this time is would involve peace of mind. And it feels like whichever one you're currently in at this time, you need to walk away from. It causes a lot of burdens. It causes a lot of worry and a lot of petty matters for some of you arise from this relationship or environment. And you need to walk away at this time from a current relationship or career. And I'm also hearing for many of you too, some of you need careers or relationships at this time that are not holding you. One where you can be free to dictate your own schedule and your own way. And you also have change of direction. Change is necessary and inevitable at this point, and it is in your favor. Your intuition has been alerting you that a change in your approach and outlook must occur. Now is the time to act. Make your move. All right. So, your relationship or career, the best relationship or career for you should be flexible, one that can go with the flow of your life. I do feel that at this time there is a big change needed in a current relationship or in your career. And your intuition has been letting you know this already, is pretty much what the card is saying. So it's time for you to have an outlook that this change has to happen, and it's now. It's time to make a move, to make these changes in your life, to walk away from something your intuition has been guiding you to walk away from. It's almost like they're saying your best career or relationship at this time would involve you listening to your intuition and knowing when to walk away and go in a different direction with something. So maybe that is the guidance at this time. Your current career, it's time for you to change the direction, walk away from it, do something that uses your inner knowing more, or listen to your intuition as it's guiding you towards where you should be going. You see, they're all walking in one way with their heads down and disappointed, but here your intuition is saying, no, it's the other way. It's the other way. All right. It could also be telling you that a current relationship you're in, it's time to listen to your intuition and walk away from this. Okay. I don't know if it's the one here that's been slowed down or if it's one that you're currently in, but you know what resonates, how it should resonate for you, rather. All right, so what is a distraction off your path at this time? We have live. If you suspect you're on the wrong road, heading in the wrong direction, stop and turn around. Life must be lived and not simply debated to be meaningful. Being indecisive is not an option. So, a distraction at this time is you sitting in your thoughts, you overthinking and not just getting out there and living and doing what you feel called to do and how you feel called to live. Okay? Spending too much time debating, should I, could I, would I, what's going to happen if I, is going to make you miss this opportunity for potential movement, either away from something that's no longer good for you, that you need to heal from, that when you do that, your fortune will show up, or away from a career that is in the way of you getting your just due. You also have trust your destiny, soulmates. Wow. Your soulmate could be as close to you as being by your side or as far as somewhere on a distant path. Trust in your ultimate destiny to find each other and encourage your heart to complete its quest. It is within your reach now. So, looking for your soulmate or your divine mate or that person that's supposed to be with you is a distraction at this time. And it could be getting in the way of you moving towards your goals and the things you're meant to be completing and living your life. They're saying your soulmate is very close. In fact, most of you here probably already know this person or you're already with them. Well, I don't know about with them. I'm hearing by your side. Like it could be someone you're friends with or far away, someone that is not even on the same path with you yet. But they're letting you know you have to trust that this person is coming in. You cannot actively look for them because that's distracting you from what you need to be looking at right now. Okay? And you have heaven, force. The unstoppable power of heaven is here to protect you. You got a lot of protection here, pal, too. This yang energy, which is masculine, symbolizes the sun, fatherhood, and creation. Now you can break through obstacles once too difficult to conquer. Pay attention to northwest, end of fall, and beginning of winter. We are literally just at the beginning of fall as I'm doing this reading. We're in October, it's this new moon. So know that towards the end of fall, that some obstacle is going to just seem to fall to the wayside. Something that was in your way. It could be maybe wanting to be a father, maybe wanting to have a child. It could be maybe a father figure in your life. Struggles with your children, struggles with creativity, whatever this is, it's something coming in to clear obstacles on your path in regards to one of those things or all of those things that used to whichever one of those things brought difficulties for you. And heaven is here to protect you and get you through it. And by the end of fall or beginning of winter, you're going to see a huge change. And what I'm hearing is, don't try to force change at this time. Heaven is the only force you need. It's moving things in your life. And what's interesting is you got the number 6, and this heaven card is 6 as well. I feel like that's confirmation for you that you are protected, you are guided, you are something special, like that said. And that's not to say you're better than everyone else, but it is to say that there's something a little bit different about your destiny, and that you have to be ready to walk away from things that take you away from that destiny and follow your intuition. And that brings me to my stomach growling, which is telling me I need to follow the sounds to the kitchen, those sounds to the kitchen. But it's interesting, you have following. And this card is to represent the career archetype you're in right now. And this one is the relationship. And so with careers is following: loyalty, adaptability, cooperation, trust, reliability, sensitivity to others, service, and receiving guidance. So I do feel at this time you're in an energy where people are listening, following, recognizing the gifts and your abilities or what you bring to the table. Even if you're not currently in a career, in the environment where you are active, people see you as loyal, as able to adapt to different situations. Like, you're not always light and bright, and you're not always dark and murky. You're able to cooperate, great to work with, because you are sensitive to other people and are willing to be in service. This pile does feel like your career has to do with assisting humanity in some way, or offering guidance to humanity from the guidance you've received, like almost teaching. This gives me a pile of teachers, my teachers here. Whatever it is you do in life, you're meant to teach and offer your wisdom in some way. Now, when it comes to your relationships, you have standstill, alienation, a stalemate, stagnation, withholding, grinding to a halt, insensitivity, and mistrust. That's interesting. When your other card in your career energy, you're sensitive to others. And then here it says insensitivity. So this may be how you're coming off in relationships, love relationships or friendships. You know which one you're here asking about. And your energy right now to those that may be interested in you, or someone you're in a relationship with currently, is that you're alienating yourself. You're not interested in forward movement. So therefore you're giving cold energy. You're not being very loving. You're not extending any affection at this time. Some may feel like you're being insensitive to how they're feeling, because I do feel like this pal here, you're mirroring someone, that you and someone else may be in the same energy, thinking the same thing of the other. One of you is looking at the other as you're withholding affection and love, and you're looking the same way. I do feel like there's some mistrust happening here. Maybe you aren't very trusting of others at this time, and maybe someone interested in you feels the same way. But it's giving the energy that a relationship that you were currently in has come to a halt, because you're trying to see if it's worth moving forward or if it's time to release it. So the energy you're giving off to people in relationships with you, or that are eager to be in one with you at this time, is that you're alienating yourself. You want to be alone. And if that's what you want to be, then that's what you want to be. If you want to be alone right now, live your life the way you want to. Trust your destiny is going to show up and that heaven has got your back. Sometimes you have to walk away and change direction in accordance to where your intuition is guiding you. All right? And that's what I got for you today, my pal twos. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe. It really does help us to thrive. Leave me a comment. That helps me connect to your energy more so that the readings become more accurate to you. And read the description. It tells you about all the other ways we could vibe, how you could book a personal reading, join my workshop, Heart Work. And on that note, I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the wonderful dreams and great things that come true for those that are a part of this family of light. And on that note, pal twos, I love you. I'll be back with pal three. But for now, bye. Three, welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the card, The Taming Power of the Great. I'm going to read this last. Interesting that the card has so much red and the yellow really pops out to me, and you were drawn to the yellow fortune. This fortune teller connects to the solar plexus. So there may be something here that deals with you needing to build up your confidence and determination and willpower and discipline. Even seeing self-discipline here and concentration and how he looks like he's in this meditative state does let me know there is some kind of need for you to activate that solar plexus. So let's check out your fortune first. 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to roll again. Number 6. All right. So your fortune says glow up. And that's what your solar plexus is asking for you to do at this time, is to glow up. So this could have something to do with your looks or with your career. You also have the rune Rido initially, which is translates to mean riding. But it's the rune of rhythm, of the dance of life, being in sync with the flow of life and swift movement. It could also have something to do with traveling outside of your comfort zone, especially like travel that takes you on a life journey, shamanic journey, retreats, things like that. All right. So maybe you're meant to dance. Maybe you're meant to travel. I feel like be a travel guide, retreat host. But something that creates swift movement, either in someone's life, in someone's physical. You also have, what rune is this? Oh, you have the rune Urox. This is the rune of the wild ox. And this is a rune that can be a little challenging, okay? It can cause adversity to show up in your life because you're being pushed to your limits. If there are any fears of challenges that you have before you, maybe you don't like speaking up, maybe you don't like commitments, things like that. Maybe you don't like adapting to new things. You're going to be tested in these areas at this time. Urox is a test of growth. So you're going to get a lot of challenges that are initiating you to be prepared for maybe the movement that's coming in right now, this momentum that's going to put you in sync with some kind of destiny. So let's continue to take a look. That's read last. What are you overlooking that's important to know or look into at this time for your career or your relationship success? What is it that you could be overlooking that's important right now? My pal threes, we have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Magician. Why does the Magician look pissed? The Four of Wands reversed. Oh, that's why. Okay. And Temperance. Okay. What you're overlooking that's important right now is the home. There's some kind of lack of love in the home. Like maybe you just hate where you live, you hate your home, you do not like your environment. It could also have something to do with a relationship. Maybe there's a breakup or something that has happened that it rattled things. Like there's a need for you to bring peace and harmony back into your life. And it does feel like that has been a little shooken up at this time. Maybe your home life has been shooken up. It's really giving home more so than career. But it could be a loss of a career that you really love that is kind of messing up your stability at this time. For many of you, I'm getting a divorce. There's some kind of divorce on the horizon that's meant to bring you some kind of balance and stability. Now, you're manifesting this with this magician here. But for some of you, there could be somebody manifesting you that feels like you are the peace and the harmony and the balance in their life. And maybe they feel like they haven't been able to have a good start at love with you or a chance to really build stability with you. This pile is, even though initially I felt like it had to do with work because of the solar plexus, it's almost giving me a relationship is what you may be overlooking right now. One that could be a fresh start at love, but it's one you're manifesting, but it's like you're not seeing it as a harmonious relationship for whatever reason. Maybe there's a lack of stability. Maybe you're not seeing a lot of affection. Let's take another look. What steps should you consider taking next? Knight of Swords. Well, you need to take some immediate action in communicating. Otherwise, somebody's going to come towards you. You have the Tower. Oh, boy. Yeah, you need to shake things up. There's some kind of fear here of what you are manifesting, what you want to call in. You're overlooking the fact that you're kind of afraid of what having that would cause. Queen of Wands. Like, you really have the ability to have what you desire. And we have the Magician coming through in a different deck, reversed. That's crazy. So, I do feel like for some of you, there could be some other energies at work. Maybe there's somebody who's trying to manifest you, somebody who's doing little prayer work, candle work, magic work behind the scenes. But overall, I feel like you need to watch your mindset at this time. What steps should you consider taking next is stepping into your energy of this magnetizing individual you are. You're able to manifest the things you want. If you are not feeling stable in your home or your career, you have the ability to go after what you want. And you're actually being encouraged to get into that Queen of Wands energy. Dress nice, look nice, feeling good about yourself and your ambitions and what you're determined to go after, and go after it. Get out of a mindset that says you cannot have this peace and balance in your life and harmony, that you actually can. And I feel that that is kind of what you're overlooking, that some of what you're experiencing could have a lot to do with your mental. There's a lot of fears around what you have to say. And they're saying that's the next step. You have to speak your truth, and you need to speak it quickly. And yes, it's going to cause something to come falling down. It's going to cause someone who maybe is trying to manifest you to, maybe they have to communicate their truth. Maybe this tower coming down will open the door for someone else to come in. But there's two magicians here. It's like you and someone else mirroring each other, or it's just showing you that there is a dark side to your magician abilities where you can sometimes self-sabotage with your mindset, saying that you cannot have something. Something can never be peaceful and harmonious for you. Your home and your love life cannot be harmonious. And they're saying by you communicating your truth without any hesitation, not allowing others to always come in and break you down and cut you down, but standing in your power, not being afraid of having to rebuild a foundation because an old ratchet one crumbled, that's going to bring in what you need at this time. So don't overlook where things are not stable, either in your home life or in your love relationships, and realize that by shifting your mindset and bringing balance to work and play, love and having time to be serious, and by bringing balance into your life, you're going to see things even out. But you have to know that it's possible to have this peace and harmony and balance in your life after all. So let's see, what is your best career or relationship? What would it involve for it to be the best fit for you? Longevity. And I feel that for a career or relationship at this time, you are seeking longevity, and that is what needs to come in for you, because that's what's going to be the only thing that's going to make you feel good at this time. Attend to things before they become a problem. Especially take care of yourself on all levels. Pursue a healthy lifestyle to attain mental clarity and physical wellness. You may need a different approach to the situation at hand. Be flexible. So I do also feel that you need a career where you are physically able to take care of yourself emotionally and mentally as well. One that fulfills you so that you aren't burning yourself out, where there's a balanced energy, where you're able to sustain longevity in that position. We have justice, where things are balanced and fair. The universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and go through it. So, when it comes to relationships or careers, it's almost like they're telling you, as long as things are working fairly, if there is justice, things will be great for you in relationships and career. When you're in a career position where things are not fair, things are unbalanced, you're not going to be able to do it. I'm also hearing legal matters when it comes to relationships. These have to be communicated. This has to be done fairly. Otherwise, you're going to accumulate karmic debt. All right. So I do feel like any relationship you want to start at this time requires this tower to come down. There needs to be a divorce. There needs to be a breakup. Some kind of legal something must be done, or a marriage. There's just something that needs to be done to make things fair and reconciled, okay? Even if it's communicating a truth. That is the only way that a career or relationship is going to feel good to you. And we have the moon coming through, which lets me know these changes are coming in for you right now. You are wandering between a jubilant world of fantasy and reality. All is not as it seems. Enjoy the sensuality and sensitivity that the current energy brings. Yet, the heightened emotions may not be stable, so avoid making big decisions at this time. So right now, you need a career or a relationship that lets you just be free. You need to be able to follow your intuition at this time and not feel stuck in anything rigid. All right. You have to keep in mind also that all is not as it seems. So if there's a relationship that seems a certain way, it's not actually as it seems. And the same for a career or an environment. All right. Get into your sensual energy, your sensitive energy. That's going to make you more attractive to the things and the people and the places you want to call in. All right. And watch yourself in making irrational decisions at this time, because the moon's energy is going to have you kind of in your emotions, and you may make choices that could come from an emotional place rather than balancing it with logic. All right. So any relationship or career that gives you justice, longevity, and some grace, is what you need at this time. And what is a distraction off your path at this time? Fresh start. Don't dwell on the past. So dwelling on the past is going to keep you from stepping onto this path headed towards your truth. Don't dwell on the past. Dare to make that bold change. There will be sacrifices and roadblocks, but you are protected. It is an imminent move. What is stale and depressed will be revitalized with this new energy. You are shown the way. Trust your intuition. You're being shown the way towards whatever this fresh new beginning is that you want to call in, with stability, with marriage and love. However, if you hang on to the past, if you dwell in past situations, past experiences, it's going to make you stay in a state of fear, unable to make a move forward. What else could distract you? Creating bad karma. We have balanced karma, and I just told you to watch this justice here so that you don't create bad karma. Past and present. There is a reason for everything. Each life has many connections to previous lives. You came to balance karma with others. Allow grief, anger, and guilt to be transformed into a force to fortify you and assist you in fulfilling your purpose of this lifetime. So don't allow temptation and other things that you might have already corrected or in a past lifetime or in this current one to resurface, okay? Keep your karma balanced. If it's not saying to be perfect, you're never going to be exactly not ever creating any bad karma, but try to keep it balanced that the good you do outweighs the bad, all right? And stay honest. That's what I keep hearing. Stay honest. And lastly, love. Mother. Unconditional love is about trust and letting go. If you refuse to relinquish control, true potential may never be realized. Allow things to happen without your influence. And this is what can distract you off your path at this time, is trying to force a love relationship or situation to manifest, okay? Rather than just allowing it to have its own fresh start to flow into your life along with the good karma you're creating. All right. Don't let yourself be distracted by love at this time. It is flowing in without you forcing. Right now, your focus should be on rebuilding, communicating a truth that's going to cause a tower, and rebuilding from there your energy so that you can attract in what you truly feel in alignment with. And that brings me to the final cards. Your relationship or career archetype right now. When it comes to your career, you're in the taming power of the greats energy. You are learning self-discipline, concentration, how to strengthen your character from within, self-awareness, and realizing your potential. Now, when it comes to relationships with others, you have work on what has been spoiled. There is healing needed in some relationships. There's a need to correct past mistakes, make repairs, clean up corruption, restore balance, and take responsible action. So, where you may have had a hand in mucking something up, messing up a relationship, it is time now for you to work on that. To do not just your own healing, but allow someone else to be able to heal by correcting a past mistake and helping to clean up something you might have thrown off balance um, yourself. Maybe you were in a marriage and you're getting a divorce because you want to move towards someone else. That's just an example. Maybe you were in a relationship where you were the one that was constantly bringing up the past because you hadn't healed. It's time to make those repairs. And yeah, because right now your character in relationships is one that feels like it needs healing and needs to restore balance. Okay. It does feel like you may be returning to a relationship you were already in for some of you, with restoring balance and cleaning up something and making repairs and correcting past mistakes. Whoop. This one to jump back in, like all of this too. All of this, it does feel like there is a relationship that you are that's gaining momentum at this time. And it does feel like there is a need for some kind of healing work to be done in a relationship, but also some kind of honesty that's going to come through that can cause a shakeup. There's going to be a need to really probably focus some energy in that direction, because there is some great potential here when it comes to career and relationship and a fresh start. But you don't want to mess it up by creating bad karma and trying to force something to manifest that's just not ready yet. And that's what I got for you, my pal threes. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, remember to subscribe. It really, really helps the channel to get out there and be seen more so that I can continue to do this service for you all for free. And leave a comment so I can bond with your energy more. The readings will become a lot more accurate for you. And leave a comment. That helps as well. Didn't I just say that? I just said leave a comment. I need some sleep. All right, I need to eat. That's really what it is, y'all. And read the descriptions. All right, it'll tell you about all the other ways we could vibe on other platforms you can find me on, how to book a personal reading, and how to register for my current workshop online, Heart Work. I'm sending you so much light and love on your journey, my pal threes. I hope you enjoyed this entire Lunar Vibe session. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Until next time, bye.